Alright, what's good with y'all? Bruh, it's Don Coolio coming at y'all with another video. This is a highly requested video that I'm reacting to, bruh. This is a video about a GOAT, the OG Grandmaster Hawk, bruh. And he basically finna be talking about, like, why, what Sparking Zero requires to survive and thrive. Now, if y'all don't know, hold on, let me see. If y'all don't know, what's it called? Grandmaster Hawk dropped Sparking Zero a while ago. Like, he been stopped playing Sparking Zero. Like, I think he tried to come back and play it, but he never could get back into it just simply because the game is trash. I'm just being honest, it's trash. So I don't blame him. But let's get into this video, see what he talking about. We might skip around a little bit, we might not. It's a 40-minute video, so we're gonna see.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is Grandmaster Hawk. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. The video that you are about to watch is regarding Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's longevity. So what this video...
Grandmaster Hawk the only person that can beat anything under a Z rank, and I don't care. He's still the GOAT, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he's still the GOAT. Hey, I'm telling you, he the GOAT. His rank don't matter. His rank don't matter, because he'll get on here and destroy a lot of y'all, like high rank niggas. If I'm being real.
Video is going to be about is concerning everything that I believe the game requires in order to survive, thrive, and be the game that everyone can enjoy for the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even 10 years potentially. So as I go along editing this video, we will find out whether or not this will be split up. It probably will, because I will be covering a lot of things from gameplay to content. If it does end up being that way, then I will be splitting this video into gameplay, and the other video will be offline content as a whole. I am completely open to discussions as well, so please, if you want to, please do leave a comment in the video in the section below. Let me know your thoughts on everything that I present here. If you'd like to be part of the discussion, there's a Discord link in the description. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Say less.
The first thing we're going to address here is something I'm sure a lot of people dislike. It's the camera in Sparking Zero. The reason why this is a problem...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know what he's finna say, but the camera in Sparking Zero. At first, I didn't think it was that bad. Like, it's not that bad to me, but I can see why a lot of people think it's trash, bro. It's too, like, wanky.
Is one, because it constantly keeps the opponent in focus, and two, alignment and tracking issues. As you can see, when you're below the opponent and you punch, you completely go off axis and the tracking is terrible. And keeping the opponent constantly in focus is not something that needs to happen. It seems like it's the Xenoverse 2 camera, or the Xenoverse 1 and 2 camera.
Hey, people used to call Sparking Zero Xenoverse 3. That's what, before Sparking Zero came out, people was just saying it was finna be Xenoverse 3.
Where the opponent is mostly in focus for the most part. But the problem there is that in Sparking Zero, of course, you're completely off axis, whereas in Xenoverse you are on axis. So no matter how you're facing the opponent, you will literally turn or be positioned in a certain way that you can attack your opponent properly. If we had Xenoverse's system, this would not be a problem. What we need is Tenkaichi trilogies, or even the Raging Blast camera, and I will show that to you here.
I don't understand why we didn't have that off rip. Why would you make a game in the Tenkaichi series and then give it a camera from a game that's not even in the same series? Or the, like, tracking mechanics. Ain't that stupid?
The brief
that don't make no sense.
This is just a random clip I put together for the purpose of this project. So right now you can see that I'm aligned with Cell. If I descend, he's no longer in view. And if I hold forward and then press X, I go right to him. And if I press square from here, I'm not going off axis. I'm gradually getting back towards him. If I ascend, he's...
How is it possible that they got that right in 2007 and niggas couldn't get that right in 2024?
Out of view.
That's disgusting.
If I hold forward and press X, I dash towards him. If I press square, I'm gradually getting back towards him by pressing square. This is the kind of system that we need to have back. And here's a little something extra for you guys. If I don't hold a direction and I just press X, I dash right below him. Like, why is dash lock removed in Sparking?
Who knows, bro? I don't know what was going on in their head when they was making this game, bro. It just seemed as simple as just bring everything that was in Tenkaichi 3 and add new stuff. That's literally simple as hell.
So I don't know why, but let's move on to the next thing. During the time that I'm still editing this, the patch notes actually dropped. I'm not going to go through this a second time because I already typed in the word recovery. and I was looking for something that specifically points out recovery time being reduced from some specific situation. But in any case, if it's not here and it's not what I'm thinking of, I'm still going to include this anyway. So this next clip, I'm going to show you two different things.
I don't know what you're talking about right there.
Actually, I'll play this clip a couple of times in slow motion. So what you're seeing is Ajak doing a dragon homing on me into an up dragon smash, and I'm blocking low. Two different things are happening here. One is the fact, of course, that you cannot recover faster than the game allows you to when being smashed away.
Trash. I hate this, bro. I talked about this in one of my videos. This is one of the most sorriest things in the game, bro. This is trash.
And the second is this. The dragon smash is unblockable.
That is retarded, bro. That is so dumb, bro.
I don't know why they did this, but every dragon smash in the game, even if you do recover, is unblockable on neutral, up, down, left, and right. And this is something that they need to fix in Sparking
now.
Zero, because
they need to fix this now, bro.
Tenkaichi, here you can see him.
I'm gonna let him show this, bro. Then I'm gonna talk about it.
And then I'm using X to recover. In this clip, I'm using all 4 command buttons to recover from a dragon smash. This is what needs to be implemented back into Sparking Zero. The ability to recover faster from being smashed away or in any circumstance. Like, for example, here's me getting smashed away and blocking the dragon smash, and it still contributes to the skill count gauge or blast.
We can watch it again and let him see what he's talking about. So y'all just peeped that, right? This is a 2007 game. This is a 2007 game. I'm gonna say it one more time. This is a 2007 game, bro. Why is that unblockable on Sparking Zero? That defeat the purpose of being able to block high, low, and mid, bro. Why is it unblockable? And it's crazy because, like, I be fighting AP all the time, man. When he first started doing this to me, he would destroy me because the only thing you can do is vanish it or perception or sidestep it sometimes. That's the only thing you can do. It shouldn't, and I tell him all the time, bro, that should not be unblockable. That is so stupid. That's so stupid. That's retarded, bro. That's one of the dumbest things in the game, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section, bro.
And now we have recovery from an uncharged heavy finish, a fully charged heavy finish, and a ground slash. Just take a look at the difference.
That was pretty fast. Okay. So was you back? Yeah, that was kind of fast. Okay, no, okay. So even the first one was kind of fast to me, but that one was way faster. That's crazy. I don't understand why this wasn't in the game. That's insane to me, bro. At the time of editing, the patch did drop. I've already assessed all of it, none of what I'm putting in this video. Okay. And yes, the patch is good, but there still could be more. I'm covering areas, mechanics, and features. Yada yada. Okay.
After 2 rushing techniques, just covered.
Let me go back so we can see what he's saying.
Since I just covered recovery after a dragon smash and after 2 rushing techniques, we're now going to cover wall recovery and guard crushes. Here I'm going to show you the opponent hitting the ceiling and then recovering off of the ceiling. I really don't know why they decided to do this, but
I'm not gonna lie, I hate the way the barriers and stuff work on this game. I hate fighting by the barrier. If I'm fighting somebody and we by the barrier, I'm literally gonna dash away so we don't have to fight by the barrier.
Hopefully at some point they change this. I'll play this clip one more time for you in slow motion and then show you the stupidest part about this whole thing. You guys are probably familiar with a mechanic in the game called collapse, which is otherwise called guard crush.
Your character becomes completely... Okay, so that I'm assuming that's whenever you basically get your guard broke.
In the previous games, this is me doing a collapse on Glorio, and then I smash him towards the wall, and that happens. Why does he recover?
Bro, I just don't think they put in no work into this game, bro. That's just they put everything into the graphics. That's it, bro.
Against the wall. I do Grand Slash. He recovers from Grand Slash just to go back into collapse. Why?
That's crazy.
Please. make it make sense, because here, this is what it should be. This is how it looks in Tenkaichi 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And it's crazy because it's like I said, this is a 2007 game and it just has way better mechanics than the newer games. And it just don't make any sense. This is way better. Guard crush into fall after I cannot recover because I've been collapsed. This is how it should work. 100%. 100%, bro. Yeah. That's exactly how it should work, bro.
Recovery options and guard crush and collapse out of the way. We're going to move on to another mechanic, the Z-burst.
I don't even like watching videos, like not even like this video in specific. I don't even like watching it because it just pissed me off because it's like, why wasn't this in the game? It's so simple. It's so simple, bro.
Dash. Most of you know the Z-burst dash. It's this, you dragon dash and then you dragon dash again. However, in Tenkaichi 3, and this is a big difference between Sparking 0 and Tenkaichi 3 specifically. If you're dragon dashing around, you can do a dragon holding and then Z-burst dash again, right? Like you can do this anytime you want. Dragon dash like this, cancel it, do this again.
You can't do that on Sparking?
If you want, of course, like manipulate your dash like this and do the Z-burst dash attack again. Or not attack, Z-burst dash.
I thought you could do that on Sparking.
In Sparking 0, for whatever reason, in Sparking 0, when you try and do a dragon dash in any direction, whether it's left, right, or backwards, if you do right, and then dragon homing, you do Z-burst dash. If you do dragon dash backwards and then turn again, you do Z-burst dash. If you do it left and do it again, you do Z-burst dash. Why? The reason why I'm even bringing this up at all is because in Tenkaichi 3, if the game can allow you to do a dragon homing and then cancel your dragon homing at any time, instead of doing a Z-burst dash right from the get-go, it gives the player the opportunity to perform feints, to perform fake-outs, stuff like that. Why remove that from Sparking 0? Why remove or stop the player from being able to...
If I'm being real, I don't even think they removed it, bro. I think what they did, bro, what I heard was that they built Sparking 0 from the ground up. Like, they didn't use the base of the Tenkaichi series, like from Tenkaichi 3. They didn't do that. So what I think happened was, I think these niggas just building it from the base up, they basically took a lot of stuff from Tenkaichi at face value, like how the strings work, how the certain moves work. They took a lot of stuff at face value, and they didn't look inside the deeper mechanics of the game and how it was made. Like, they didn't do that. And it's like they talk about how this game, like they have been working on this game for years. I couldn't tell. It don't take years to look at an old game and just like realize all the mechanics that was in there. It don't take 4 years, bro. Or even if you have 4 years, my nigga, you have enough time to do that. So they was just being lazy, for being honest.
To do things like that. If we had proper movement options, would be assisted much better as well. Hopefully that changes at some point, but hopefully they bring back the ability to do just a regular dragon homing and then a Z-burst dash. Okay, so now we're going to touch on something different, a little different here. What we're going to be doing is a comparison with Sparking 0 and Dragon Ball Raging Blast 1 and 2, but mainly Raging Blast 2 because I don't have Raging Blast 1 on me right now. We're going to be doing a comparison with the transformation and switching panel. Where is Vegeta's second form?
We're going to fast forward so we can get to it.
So you guys know how the transformation and switching panel works in this game. I've got Majin Vegeta set to max power mode for a specific reason. Let me actually put this back down to normal because I'm going to be doing this in the next clip. Try. So if you guys know how the switching and transformation panel works, you hit L3 or whatever your buttons are.
I ain't gonna lie, in my opinion, it's kind of awkward how it works, if I'm being real. Like how you, like even, I don't even gotta like watch this whole thing to know, like it just feel awkward switching and transforming sometimes. It don't feel as smooth as it used to. And I liked in Tenkaichi 3 how you could just press one button and transform. You didn't have to like bring up a menu.
So you see how the panels go between, like, you can do L1 or whatever it is on standard for going to this over here for Vegito. There are two issues here. So the first issue is, why are Gogeta and Vegito separate? Because in Raging Blast 1 and 2, when you have the switching and transformation and fusions panels, Vegito and Gogeta are on the exact same panel. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't played Raging Blast in a minute, so I ain't know that.
why do we have 3 panels? Just give the one fusion panel all 3 fusions. It's not that hard. Like, why not just do it that way? And I'll show you guys again what I mean when I bring up the comparison clip, because right now we're going to touch on something else here. This is just one part. The second part is...
It might be because they got Vegito, and he can go all the way from base to blue. Yeah, and they added Vegito blue, and then they got Gogeta. He go all the way from base blue. Then they got Z Gogeta, so I don't know. Maybe that's why.
And I don't know if you guys feel the same way about it that I do, but as a Raging Blast veteran as well, this is something...
I ain't gonna lie, y'all let me know down in the comment section. I think we should have just got Raging Blast 3, if I'm being real. Like, after seeing how this game came out, we should have just got Raging Blast 3, bro.
I'm not
Hashtag Raging Blast 3.
So here I'm going to transform to Super Saiyan. Now, here's where the issue comes in. Once my transformation stock comes, there we go. Why is it that it's showing Super Saiyan 2 next on left, and then Super Saiyan 3 on up, and then base on right? So the reason why I'm even bringing this up in the first place is because...
I agree. It always felt kind of awkward how it worked. Like, I think that base should, be on left, if I'm not mistaken. I think base should probably be on the left.
Because in Raging Blast 1 and 2, needless to say, they do have a quick transform feature or mechanic.
And that's what I was talking about. We just need a quick transform feature, bro.
But whenever you go Super Saiyan with any of your characters that have more than one transformation, so in this case just Gohan, Goku, or Vegeta, if you go Super Saiyan, you get base form on left.
Yep.
And then you get Super Saiyan 2 on up. So just to reconfirm that I'm not crazy, I will load up Raging Blast 2 in a minute.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had to get used to this how it's set up. Like, I can't tell you how many times I was playing like a character on ranked and then I accidentally went back to base, bro.
To record the
just because it's awkward.
I'm kind of doing this. How do you guys feel about that? And then of course...
Oh, I thought he was gonna go to Raging Blast.
When you're in base form, everything is perfectly fine. But if I want to go like Super Saiyan 2... That means,
like you said, when you in base, it's cool because it's set up the correct way. The reason this is a big deal is because transformation combos become more fluid. Those of you from the first 2 months of Sparking Zero will recall when people were just using Super Saiyan God Goku for a transformation combo.
Form is going to be, again, actually it should be on the top now technically, right? Yes, base form is on the top, and Super Saiyan 3 is on the right, as on the left. Well, again, let me know what you guys think about this, but I feel like Raging Blast did this panel
it's just awkward, bro.
Much better than Sparking Zero did.
I agree.
Needless to say that, like, when you have the panels designed the way they are over here, it's also kind of like a real-time switching function, and it doesn't operate that well. What I mean by that is, you see how these move in real time, right? And it doesn't feel fast enough. What if I want to like land a heavy finish and then go straight into a fusion or something, right? So let's test that really quick. What's my default panel that shows up? It's the transformation panel, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's a transformation panel. So if I want to go straight into Gogeta or Vegito, I have to hit R3, immediately hit L1 or R1.
You gotta do way too much, bro. You gotta jump through way too many hoops just to do this shit, bro.
For whatever fusion I want, and then go for the fusion after hitting right. So let's give that a shot really quick. That's as fast as I can do it. Now, if I show this...
It's like, in my opinion, it's not too crazy bad, but it's like... it can be met like this is Grandmaster. His hands is already prepared for this type of shit. Like for anybody else, they not gonna be able to do it that fast, bro. Because I know I can barely even do it that fast.
See, with Raging Blast, this is going to be a lot faster, but the reason why this is an important thing is because in Tenkaichi, fusion or transformation and switching and fusion combos are a thing. I will try and show you an example of that, but this system I'm not too keen on. So let's move to Raging Blast really quick. Alright, so here we are in Raging Blast 2. I can confirm now that I do not have Raging Blast 1 on my PC.
Hey, Raging Blast 2 is definitely a good looking game, I must admit.
Currently, but
it do look kind of plasticky, but it definitely look good though.
Really, we don't need it, so we're going to be proceeding with Raging Blast 2. I'm using Hachiyak as the dummy because I feel like this is a character that can be and should technically be in Sparking Zero at some point, but with the way copy and pasting characters is going, hopefully that kind of doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm conflicted right now. Anyway, so what I'm going to show you really quick is how fast you can bring up the transformation panel, the switch panel, and the fusion panel. So this is transforming. If I hit left, it gives me my switching. And if I hit left again, it gives me fusion. Now, if I reset this one more time, I'll just show you guys really quick which one comes up by default. It's the switching panel, right? So if I wanted to hit switch and then I wanted to go to my transformation panel, I would hit...
What your panel show is based on the character you have. If I didn't have Vegeta, it'd be transformation only. If I had a non-transformable character, it would be switching only.
Right.
Okay.
And I would get my transformation panel. So what I'm going to show you guys really quick is once I do a heavy finish, which is basically, in quotation marks, gut punch, or smash attack 4 as it's called in this game, I am going to instantly transform to Super Saiyan 3, or Super Saiyan 2 or 3, and I'm going to show you really quick how fast that is, because, like, look at this. Just tapping R2 like this instantly gives it to me, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was so difficult playing Sparking Zero at first because whenever I would be playing, I would try to transform, and the shit wouldn't even come up sometimes, bro. That's when I knew it was something wrong with, like, I don't know, the code. I don't know. I knew it was something wrong with the game at, like, early on. I was one of the first niggas to make a video talking about this, bro.
Now watch how fast I can do this. You see how fast that is?
That's
We're
crazy.
not going to sit through that, by the way. You see how much faster that is?
Hey, he did that so fast, bro. I didn't even see it pop up, bro.
Compared to the system that we currently have, right? Now watch this.
Nah, that's way faster, bro.
That's how fast you can transform to Super Saiyan 2 if you wanted to. And if I didn't mention it a moment ago, whenever you do a hard transformation or a tag-in, etc., or hard transformation or a hard tag-in in general, the combo resets. So that's why that happened. I forgot to warn you about that. Or maybe I don't know. I'm kind of just doing this along the process. But this is how much faster it is, right?
What do y'all think, bro? Do y'all think Raging Blast 2 is like... Do y'all think it's slept on now? Like, do you think it don't get the credit it deserves? But y'all let me know down in the comment section, bro. I ain't really messed with the Raging Blast series when it was out, but like now looking back on it, like after playing Sparking Zero, like I said, they might have should have just gave us Raging Blast 3. Maybe it would have been better. I don't know, bro.
Now, of course, if I wanted to go back to base, I have the quick transformation in this game. So I'll just do Smash Attack 4. Yes, Father, what is it? Alright, apologies for the interruption. So you guys see how much faster this system is, right? It might not have like a tag-in combo system, like if you do a perfect smash and then you try and go for a switch, that you can actually get a combo chase off or whatever. This game doesn't have that, but I feel like...
Yeah, that's one of the mechanics in Sparking Zero that's actually pretty cool.
Sparking Zero should give us the option to have those, but I'll get into that in the next clip if I didn't already. In this game, like, the switching and everything is so much more polished.
We gonna watch a little bit more of this section, then we're gonna go ahead and slide to the next section, bro.
It feels so much faster. In Sparking Zero, you have to, like, press R3 or L3, R3, and then bring up the system, and then wait for these panels to change, and then do your directed button input, whatever, like... Why do we have to go through all of that? You know,
man, you gotta jump through so many hoops just to do one thing.
But I mean, if it's this instantaneous, right? If I can just do this... Hold on. If I can do it that fast in this game, Bandai, if you're watching this, please give us back this system specifically for Sparking Zero. You don't have to give us back the quick transformation system like this, but at least just give us the option to get into the transformation and tag out panel faster like this, and move seamlessly between them this way. It's so much easier to do it like this.
Nah, I agree, bro.
Please.
I definitely agree. Okay, he comparing like the times. I'm tripping.
This, please.
This is a side by side showing how fast it was. Just to reiterate, since I'm sure Sparking Zero looked faster by comparison, I'm referring to the fluidity of accessing the switching and transformations panels and then moving between them, using them, not the transformations. Raging Blast feels much better, while Sparking Zero's feels quite awkward. Yeah, I can see that. I was playing a little bit of Raging Blast too before Sparking Zero came out as well, but I ended up going back to BT3 because I just couldn't get into the way Raging Blast was played.
Okay, so now that we're done with those segments, I can actually finally show you guys some team combos from Raging Blast 2 and Tenkaichi 3, although I should say a couple, because we're actually going to do one combo from Raging Blast. The system in Sparking Zero is akin to Raging Blast.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, these are the panels here. You might also remember from the previous clip that I just showed you that if you have a character with transformations that can go back and forth, Raging Blast 1 and 2 have a system where if you're base Goku or base Vegeta and you transform to Super Saiyan 1 or 2, you can revert to base form. It's a quick transformation system, and that's applicable to the team switching as well. As you can see, I have Super Saiyan 3.
We need the quick transformations back. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty cool mechanic to have. Like I love that's one thing I loved about the Tenkaichi 3 is you could literally just press the button down and it will make you go from Super Saiyan, then you can go straight to Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, you know, whichever one you wanted, bro.
Goku at the ready.
You didn't have to put no
so
input
what I'm
in.
going to do is I'm going to be doing a Dragon Smash, but I guess I'll just reiterate the combo, why I'm doing this here in the first place. In Sparking Zero, the team combo that you have is based on whether or not you do a Smash Attack 4, aka Heavy Finish, or Gut Punch, as some people like to call it. And then you tag out your character and they come in.
Hey, bro, Grandmaster Hard, bro, this nigga is a god when it comes to this shit, bro.
And in Sparking Zero, you end up doing the down smash automatically, which barely works to combo into with properly, so I don't know why we have that in the first place. I personally feel like that's completely useless, unless it's used as a finisher. And then the other one, of course, is where you do a full power smash.
It was just them being lazy. That's all it was.
Or a charge attack snap, as this game likes to call it, aka a perfect smash, and then you do not actually follow
that's true. You see how he was able to block right there? That's literally pointless, bro.
Anything, but rather you tag out your character and then you do a vanishing attack to get the combo to come out. So in this game, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full power smash, and then I'm going to hit X, and then I'm going to hit R1 to...
What is that? I never understood what that feature was on Raging Blast. Somebody explain that to me, bro.
Stop my combo, or stop my Dragon Homing, and then I'm going to bring in Goku and then do Super Kamehameha.
Like, why did it just make that ching sound? Like, what is that? What is that, bro? Well, if that was in Sparking Zero, but it would be crazy. That looked hard.
Alright, and now here we are on Tenkaichi 3. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking that process on Raging Blast 2 looked mad intricate, very complicated.
It did.
It probably is, because team combos are honestly not that easy to execute on Raging Blast, but my whole point with that segment was that I feel like that system is still much more accessible and seamless than hitting L3 and R3 and then switching panels, waiting for the panels to actually move in real time, and then hitting left, right, up, or down on your right stick in order to get the switch. Like, that whole process doesn't seem like a very good
nah, I agree. I definitely
way to
agree.
do things. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on...
After he showed what he do on Tenkaichi 3, he's going to skip to the next section.
Raging Blast 2. The only difference is I'm going to do a fully charged smash, and then I'm going to cancel my dragon homing just by tapping X, and then I'm going to hit L3, R3, switch to Perfect Cell, and use Barrage Death Beam. Okay. And you will see two different things here. You're also going to see that Barrage Death Beam, like many other Barrage type moves in Sparking Zero, got nerfed to hell and back, because Barrage Death Beam in this game is actually a very valuable asset.
Oh yeah, any move that's like that in Sparking Zero is trash, bro. It's way too easy to finish, bro. Way too easy.
Whereas in Sparking Zero, it is absolute garbage.
That's hard. That's hard. It definitely looked a little bit easier to do on here than it did on Raging Blast. On Raging Blast, man, it looked like you gotta switch your life away to get that. I ain't gonna lie.
So those are team combos.
But as y'all can see, that was the team. Them the team combos from Tenkaichi 3 and Raging Blast 2. Y'all let me know. Do y'all wish we had that in Sparking Zero? In my opinion, I think that would have made the game, and especially obviously DP battles, it would have made it a little bit better. You know, it would have made it a little more. You know, just added another skill layer to it, in my opinion. So, yeah, we finna skip over to this. I guess a section talking about super armor and sparking mode. Let's see what it's talking about.
And here, looking at my notes, and god damn, I forgot how beautiful Namek is.
Yeah.
The next thing we're gonna be...
Like I said, the one thing Sparking Zero did do good is make sure the game looked amazing. It does look amazing.
Talking about is Sparking Mode Super Armor. So all of you that have been playing the game, even if you haven't been playing the game, you know that majority of characters have had super armor.
If y'all been watching me, y'all know I disagree. I don't think a lot of the characters that have super armor should have super armor. Majin Vegeta 100% should have super armor. What's a character? A lot of the, bro, it's a lot of characters that get super armor that just should not have it, bro.
In Sparking Mode, right? Now here's a little something interesting that you guys should know, is that in Tenkaichi 3, Sparking Mode works very differently. Super Saiyan 3 and above tier characters, or Great Ape tier as the community used to call them, were able to stagger any character that was either in Sparking Mode or was a Great Ape character or fusion or whatever. So I want you guys to take a look at something. I'm actually going to revert really quick because I forgot that I don't need Super Saiyan 3 Goku off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, one thing that doesn't make any sense is, like, if I'm on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I'm not sure if he's gonna show this, but I could be fighting against Majin Vegeta, right? And I'm on Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he's in Sparking, but nigga, I'm Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and I can't stagger this nigga, bro. Ain't that crazy? Like, even if I was to do flying kicks, it still won't work. I never understand that, bro.
At the get-go, I actually need Super Saiyan 2, so let me just transform again really quick, and we can take a look. I'm using Super Saiyan 2 Goku for this first example is because in Tenkaichi 3, you're going to see in a minute, but see here how my first punch does not...
In the Tenkaichi game, stagger strength varies from character to character. Some characters will stagger or break through super armor on their second through fourth punch, while others can only do it on their fifth punch. Okay.
My second punch doesn't stagger him. My third punch doesn't stagger him. My fourth punch doesn't stagger him.
That's crazy.
But only my fifth punch, the Rush Ender for your first Rush string, actually staggers Majin Vegeta while in Sparking Mode. This is a big problem. The reason why it's a big problem, let's get Majin Vegeta away from here really quick, or just break that rock. The only way that you can actually get through the armor is if you do a body strike, and then you start punching again, or you do...
I gotta get into using those a little bit more. I have never used those for real. If y'all see me doing it in my vids, I'm not trying to.
Rushing technique, or a rush chain, which is this, and then you actually start being able to stun the opponent. Now, typically, if you go Super Saiyan 3, you're supposed to be able to stagger them. Right?
Right.
You would think so, because Super Saiyan 3 is stronger. Nope. Still nope. Still nope.
That's crazy, bro.
And
that's crazy.
I don't know.
That's what I'm telling you. They just didn't put no thought into this, bro. It's like they just saw what Tenkaichi was at face value, and it was like, hey, we gonna try our hardest to mimic this in whatever way we can, but we not gonna do it to the best ability. We not gonna actually take a deep dive into those games and what made them great.
This is a thing you still need to do a charged smash in order to get through this, but here's the most inconsistent thing. Super Saiyan 4 doesn't stagger him either, but you can see something very inconsistent here. Let me reset this really quick.
Let's see.
First punch doesn't stagger, second doesn't stagger, third doesn't stagger, but fourth punch does stagger.
So it took... So Goku would had to go Super Saiyan 4. So that means it would have to be a whole like 10-year time skip. And then this nigga had to go through all this rigorous training and then get Super Saiyan 4 just to be able to stagger Majin Vegeta. Nigga, Majin Vegeta got defeated by Majin Buu. Fat Buu at that. I don't know.
Why?
Type of shit just don't make sense to me.
Then we switch to Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. First punch doesn't stagger. Second doesn't stagger. Third doesn't stagger. Fourth does stagger.
Now, I try to tell y'all all the time, bro, this game is trash. It just has shit in this game that just doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. That don't... I understand, like, bro, I get it, bro. It's Majin Vegeta. He needs super armor so he can get his... Oh, I get it, bro. That don't make sense, though, bro. We gotta be honest, bro. It just don't make sense. Just being real, bro. If it's a character that's a higher DP or, like, a higher DP than you, my nigga, he should be able to stagger you after, like, the first couple. And at least. Like, that's crazy.
And then we switch to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who's also supposed to be one of the strongest characters in the game. No stagger. No stagger. And only once I get to, like, the third or fourth punch, I'm pretty sure, hold on, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and that's number 4.
That's crazy, bro. So you mean to tell me, bro, Gogeta, like, imagine that, bro. Just imagine that. This, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let me get off this game, bro. Let me just let the video
Why
go, that's crazy.
Does it have to be this complicated? Like, ever since they implemented the new patch, they've made it so that 7 DP characters and above have auto key deflect, but that's also very inconsistent. We're probably going to try and cover a lot for this section, so let's move to Tenkaichi 3 really quick. Here on Tenkaichi 3, super armor works very differently when characters are in sparking mode. Majin Vegeta and Super Vegeta specifically do actually have some super armor when in sparking mode, and it is unrelated actually to their sparking mode blast ones, which means Majin's Awakening and I Am Super Vegeta, which get them into sparking mode in the first place. Here you can see that on Goku's third punch input, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is actually able to stagger Majin Vegeta. That's how it technically should be. Don't ask me why that works, it's just the way the game is. But you can see here the moment we go Super Saiyan 3, stagger.
That only makes sense. It's because back then they actually tried to make sense of the game. And it's not to say Tenkaichi 3 was just the most perfect ever. But like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck did I just see on Sparking nigga go? You mean to tell me Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 can't stagger Majin Vegeta? That is a game flaw, bro. Them niggas just didn't pay attention.
Like it's nothing. I don't know why we got the system that we did, but this is the system that needs to return, and here are a couple of other examples.
You ain't had to show the whole stream, bruh. That's crazy.
For the sake of convenience to elaborate more on this section and to finalize it, I figured I would make a window in OBS where I have my DMs showing a list of all the characters that actually have Ki Blast armor while in sparking mode.
So if y'all want to watch this part, y'all can pause it. I'm gonna keep it playing because once I pause it, this shit just gonna stay on the bottom. But if y'all want to read this part off, y'all definitely can. I'm about to skip ahead in the video to see what else he talk about. But yeah, y'all can pause right here if y'all want to read this. It's basically talking about like all the different characters that got key deflect and super armor when they go into sparking mode, if I'm not mistaken.
You deflect while in sparking mode, or armor in general while in sparking mode, and having Dolphin on the side.
We're gonna go right there. Okay, bet.
After that, we're going to cover something silly If you guys didn't know, you can't vanish a super explosive wave while Z-burst dashing.
Trash.
As seen here.
You can't vanish anything while Z-burst dashing. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, these niggas did everything possible to make this game just retarded, bro. That's so retarded, bro.
Here's the clip again, really quick in slow motion, just to show you. I really don't know why they did this, but this needs to be brought back. You'll see how it is.
My timing might not look perfect, but I couldn't be bothered to get it perfectly. Generally, everything is unvanishable while you're Z-burst dashing.
Okay.
Why couldn't we get that, bro? Why?
After some careful consideration, the final two things that I'm going to include, and this one is one that actually irks me a little bit. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to get into this, but we'll see here in a second.
I think this is the one he was talking about, like on the thumbnail.
You guys all know Super Saiyan 4 Goku very well for his I'll beat you in 5 seconds, or as it's known in this game, all I need is 5 seconds. But here's the issue with those moves in this game. And you can see it from my controller pad on the bottom, how I'm moving and how I'm attacking. So take a look at this really quick. Once I use it, I have to wait for that whole animation to finish before I can actually move and attack. And here's the worst part.
I agree. I ain't gonna lie. I think, like, I'm gonna let him play him and then I'm gonna say something.
The stats are already activated even before I return to neutral so that I can actually make use of it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the most trash things. Like, even when it comes to transformations, like, I find sometimes I sweep somebody and then transform, and, like, I'll be stuck there for a second while they getting up, so I won't even be able to, like, hit them. Like, they can turn around and break the combo, and it's just... I don't know, bro. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments, bro.
I'm going to give you an example from Tenkaichi 3 as well, and then I'm going to play these frame by frame so you have an idea of how much time that you guys are actually losing with this, because this is not the only move in the game that has this issue. High tension with Super Vegeta and other characters, sorry, not high tension, finish sign, but high tension as well is another move that has it, I believe. Finish sign and high tension, these also suffer from this pause. Like, why do we have this pause on the...
I think it's just something that's in Sparking Zero. I don't know why it's like that, but I think it's just like across damn near the whole board, like all the moves.
Move once we use it and it activates before you can even start moving or attacking again. This is something that needs to be fixed so that that way everyone can get the most out of their character.
Yeah, that's trash. That's trash, bro. Yeah, bro, I never understand it, bro. For the sake of being thorough, I will go through this frame by frame. Okay. Yeah, nah, that's trash, bro. That's trash. And it's like, you wouldn't think that it really do nothing, but like, that's actually, like, in game time, that's a lot of time in game time, bro. That's a lot of time in game. Like, somebody could start blocking, somebody could start hitting you, bro. You just don't know, bro. You lose a whole second and another 5 milliseconds from the calculations during my editing process. It's over 30 frames you lose while the effect is already activated and you can't move. Yeah, that's trash.
And now I'm going to show you guys the difference with Tenkaichi 3. I'm not even going to slow this down. I'm just going to show you how fast it is and
that's
when
way
the stats
faster.
actually appear.
But see, the difference is, one thing I can say is that it's a cutscene on Sparking Zero, so maybe that's why. Because on here, you could get punished for using that. Like, unless you said it, like, if you was to sweep somebody and you did it, you could get easily punished for that, so.
And then after that, I'll play the clip again in slow motion. You can play it yourself so you can see when the stat boosts actually come into activation.
To fix the issue, they should revert some of the moves in Sparking Zero back to real-time moves, or just remove the end lagging altogether. Some of you might be comfortable with the way they operate, but this is detrimental in combat, especially when you're trying to optimize time, especially with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It only lasts 5 seconds. That's facts. Facts. I agree. We're gonna let's see what the next session is. Unique grab cinematics. Let's see what different grabs they talking about, man. Or are you talking about?
Finally, the final feature that we're going to be talking about is unique grabs. When I say unique grabs, we're going to be talking about two different things here. We're going to be talking about the actual grab animation itself, and then the actual grab that plays out. I was actually planning on omitting this whole thing from the project, but I figured I would.
It don't make sense that we don't have them types of grabs on certain characters, bro. I feel like it would just make the game feel more, like, to make the characters feel more different than they already do. They don't really feel that different to me.
There are. Since I was using Super Janamba in the first clip, we're going to cover his grab first. As you can see in this game, he extends his arm outward in order to grab the opponent, and you can do this over 1 or 1.5 backstep distances. I believe it's just 1 backstep distance. But this grab animation is actually shared across several other characters in the game. Only full power 100% Frieza, final form Frieza, base cooler, and final form cooler. It's even shared across a couple of characters, I believe, in the Raging Blast games, but in Raging Blast 2...
This video getting a little long. I might end it soon. I'm gonna watch a couple more seconds, bro, and see what he's talking about.
Super Janamba has his own grab. In Sparking Zero, however, too many characters have...
So it seems like he's just saying like that it's a lot of the same generic grabs in the game. That's definitely true. I 100% believe that. The game, like, bro, the game is just generic in general, bro. Like, it's just a generic game. Like, it's a lot of copy and paste. It's not as much love put into the game. That's all it is, bro. They just didn't put a lot of love into the game, bro. That's all I can really say. But if you go to the comment section, you're gonna see people like OPAC in there. Shout out OPAC, man. You're gonna see a lot of YouTubers. Let me see. I wonder how many subs this nigga got. I ain't even finna click. It's probably gonna take me to his channel or something. But yeah, man, like I said, you know a game isn't that good when somebody like Grandmaster Hawk not playing it no more. That's how you know a game not good, bro. That's how you know. But yeah, man, like I said, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about this video. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Grandmaster Hawk tripping, or do y'all think he's speaking facts, bro? Do y'all think he just old school, or do y'all think he, you know what I'm saying, know what he talking about? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And Don Coolio out, bruh.